Hey guys, Sohail here from Momo Cars. Today we're going to talk about buying your first car and what you've got to keep in mind. There's three things. The first thing you got to keep in mind is, are you looking to buy from a dealership or are you going to be buying a car privately? That's the first thing to consider, and we've got a whole video that goes further into that. The second thing you got to keep in mind is, are you planning on buying the car with your own cash, or are you planning on financing the car and doing like a monthly payments in a lease or a finance format? The third thing, the most important thing you got to keep in mind, is insurance. What kind of a driver's license do you have, and what does that mean in terms of the insurance? Insurance is something that's required. You have to have it when you're buying a car, and so it's one of the most important things to keep in mind, along with, are you buying it from a dealership or private, along with, are you financing it or are you buying it outright, and of course, as I said, insurance. So let's quickly get into the three. Are you buying from a car dealership or privately? There's benefits to both, there's disadvantages to both, and in another video that you can see in our playlist, we explain much more deeply the benefits, the disadvantages, and which one might suit you better. Make sure you keep in mind and you know that answer before you go car shopping. Second thing you want to keep in mind is, of course, do you have $1,000 only and you want a $10,000 car, so now you're going to be making monthly payments? Are you going to be leasing a car versus financing? What is the difference between leasing, financing, or are you buying the car out, with cash? And if you were to go buy a car out cash and you see it online advertised as $10,000, what are the potential additional fees that are going to show up that you got to keep in mind? How much is tax on a vehicle? How much do license plates cost? All those things, if you're buying it cash, you really want to make sure you know what your budget should be or is. And if you're financing it, then a whole other lesson on financing. So we have videos on both those different topics. And of course, the last thing is insurance. Insurance, liability insurance is required when you buy a car. That means if you buy a car, the government of Ontario says you have to be insured. That means in case you hit somebody else and you damage somebody else's car and it's your fault, your insurance company will pay to repair that person's vehicles. Now there's way more to talk about in the world of insurance, especially in the themes of the different types of insurance, how to get a good insurance quote, how insurance rates are affected and determined. All these things matter quite a bit, and these are the three things that you've got to consider before buying your first car as a first-time car buyer: insurance, buying your cars cash or finance, and as I said, are you buying it from a dealership or private, and really what that all means. That's all for today. Take care and Happy New Year's for 2019.